We said we were going to get a trailer any day now, and it just dropped. We're talking the Thor Ragnarok trailer right here on Screen Junkies News. Called it. Last week, Matt Key and I predicted a Thor Ragnarok trailer would be dropping any minute now. And that minute, my friends, is here. Marvel released their first look at Thor Ragnarok this morning with a 90-second teaser that shows the destruction of Mjolnir and the exile of the god of thunder and abs to a far-off gladiator planet. And it looks freaking awesome. Here with me to gush and discuss are Brianne Chandler, Matt Key, and over on social, our very own Victor Torres with his brand new Gladiator Arena Shorn Do. Is that for Thor?
It's for Thor. I came prepared. I had a feeling this morning and got up early, shaved it all off.
Hashtag for Thor.
Yeah.
Hashtag do it for Thor. All right, guys. Let's start by doing something very exciting. Let's watch this bad boy again. This will be like viewing number 5 for me, and I can't wait. I'm so into it.
Jonathan, make my day good.
Where is he? Oh, man. I really want to know where he is.
I know what you're
The
thinking.
pit of despair.
Thor on a spit.
How did this happen?
And he's talking directly to camera.
It's very Saved by the Bell, and I'm into
It's a
it.
long story.
This is so Bucky grabbing Captain America's shield.
It totally is. By the way, there's a comic where Thor fights Superman and Superman catches him.
Yeah! Of course. Cate Blanchett is babe!
Asgard is dead.
Man, she resonates.
Hi there.
Awesome. Very Star Warsy.
I'm
And
still
Guardians, totally.
And Tessa Thompson is bae
and all the
too.
Valkyrie go down. I'm still just impressed that they got Zeppelin.
Yes.
What have you brought today? Tell me.
I'm still impressed they brought.
They pulled out all the stops. They were like Goldblum and Zeppelin.
And that Guardians of the
Executioner.
Galaxy situation, and then Loki. Come on, man.
So Goldblum. I love how Goldblum he is.
Yes, the
The
Thunderdome.
Victor hit cut.
And kind of a William Wallace look there.
Kirby lines.
I give you your incredible.
So good.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Come on. Yes.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
We even called that. We called that.
That they would clash together. Oh, come on.
Oh.
This is the best day, you guys. This is the best day. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 5 gajillion things that we have to talk about, but let's start at the beginning, where we've got
a good place to start.
Thor
Yes.
dropping from chains into this sort of hell dimension, into a hell dimension. Matt, where he at?
It's a little unclear where he's at. My first thought on seeing this though was that it's Muspelheim. It's either Muspelheim or Niflheim. If it's Niflheim, it's the place that Hela actually resides over as the Queen of the Dead, basically. My hope, though, is that it's Muspelheim. Muspelheim is where the fire giant Surtur resides, and he was the main big bad of the Ragnarok storyline in the 80s.
Ah, interesting.
So Malekith, who was in Dark World, fought against Asgard, fought against Thor, came to Earth, found this totem that would release Surtur from his prison to decimate Asgard. I know that in the footage we saw at Comic-Con, we saw Surtur, like a brief flash of who I think was Surtur, and I think maybe Hela is trying to figure out how to get Surtur to Asgard to fully decimate it and kind of rule over it with her in a way, or to help her get the rule there. So That's my hope, is that he's been caught and chained up in Muspelheim.
Interesting. Brienne, how did you feel about the whole direct-to-camera address situation?
Is that just like a framing device for the trailer, like kind of ushering us into the story, or is that kind of where we're going to start the film and then we're going to back up? You know how they sometimes like to do that? We're going to start at this one point and then we'll come back to it at
72
some
hours
point.
later, or 72 hours before, and they flash us back. That's an interesting idea.
I have to say, I'm really glad that you're here, Matt, because you're speaking a foreign language. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but I love it.
You don't know about Muspelheim and the Skirters?
You've never heard of Muspelheim and Niflheim? Come on.
Niflheim is my favorite. Niflheim is where I took my vacation last week.
Well, I feel like breaking the fourth wall is something that has become more of a narrative device, like with House of Cards. Like I said, it reminds me totally of Saved by the Bell, which I'm super into.
And Deadpool.
Deadpool does it. It has a very specific effect that I think speaks more to Marvel's new sort of oeuvre. Like the idea that, like, that trailer is so Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And
really is.
we got that tweet earlier this week where James Gunn said he'd seen it and it was his favorite trailer of all time. And I'm halfway like,
you're like,
James
this
Gunn,
is the same thing you just did.
Did you edit that trailer? Did you? Because that is, that's totally where they're going with this.
Well, and this is the first time I've seen a Thor film that I was like, well, that just looks fun. Like the other Thor, like I've seen the other Thor movies. I like the other Thor movies for the most part. Like, and they were like, oh, this is cool. That's like, like Dan Mjolnir, and he blew some stuff up. That was fun. But this is the first trailer for Thor where I'm like, what? Why? This looks incredible. Like, I need this now. And the fourth wall thing is like so Taika Waititi, like with like What We Do in the Shadows and everything. It is so right up his alley.
I was a little worried when he came on as the director because I wasn't sure exactly like what he was going to do with this property, and I saw him tweeting to other directors like, "How do you do a Thor film?"
Yeah.
But now I'm totally all about it. But I love him. I love What We Do in the Shadows. It's probably one of my favorite films.
It's one of my
so good.
One of my favorites.
If you guys haven't seen it, you absolutely have to. But getting back to this trailer, it starts with the incomparable Cate Blanchett just grabbing Mjolnir and destroying it, although the handle still exists. Can a Mjolnir be like, it's like if you cut off the head of a snake and like the tail will grow back? Will like the head of Mjolnir grow back, or is this bad boy done?
I think it's done. I think
like
it's
that
done.
theory though.
So what happens? Like, does this prove how powerful Hela is, or does this prove just how far Thor is going to have to go to get his
I think both.
power back?
I think it's both, actually.
Poor Mjolnir.
Poor meow meow.
Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
So, I mean, Hela she's one of the more powerful deities in the Asgardian sort of tree. Like she's, she's the queen of the dead, and she's one of the only beings who actually has the power to kill Asgardians, just kind of wantonly, you know, like she can kill actual gods in the comics.
So fly.
On top of like, you know, as impressive as Loki's magic is, like hers is tenfold that, you know, like she's more powerful than Doctor Strange. She's like on realm of like on level of like Dormammu levels of magic power, at least in the comics, and she lords over Niflheim.
Good old Niflheim.
And she's always wanted to take over Asgard because she's kind of not necessarily imprisoned there, but it's kind of like, this is where you belong.
She was wronged, and now she's like, I have to revenge all of these things that have happened against me. Yeah.
So, and we know from plot breakdowns that she's been in prison, and she's now, because of Loki's mismanagement of Asgard and the Odin Force, she's able to escape. And she's like, I was exiled here. Now screw you guys. I'm taking it all back and raising it to the ground. So,
and if you need anybody to take it back and raise it to the ground, Brienne, is it not Cate Blanchett?
Of course it is. Something about this reminds me of the Mummy trailer with Tom Cruise for some reason. Like, here, she's the mummy. She's going to destroy everything. I was like, oh, this kind of reflects that in a little bit of a way. But I love Cate Blanchett, and I'm hoping that we see her throughout the entire film and not just in one section or one act of it.
Ooh, well, we definitely see this moment where she just absolutely decimates Asgard. Do we think this is a flashback? Is it present day? Like, is it like what you said, Brienne? Is it how the movie starts with him sort of descending in chains into this hell world, and then we go back, like, this is how I got here, and then we go into the destruction of Asgard? Where does it all play out, do we think?
Well, I personally think that she actually destroys Asgard. Like, she's like, I mean, we've seen Asgard attack before, like in Dark World, you know, Malekith broke through, destroyed Asgard. I think this is another example where she's she's been freed. She comes and just decimates Asgard. And I think that's what happens, why it's so easy for Thor to be thrown into, the Sakar, the chains and everything else. Yeah.
Well, but is this the thing that brings back Odin? Is it the destruction of Asgard and the sort of resurrection of Hela that brings Odin back to life? Because he's like, you guys, you're screwing it up. Kids, don't make me come down there.
Well, Loki, exiled. He somehow, we don't know how he did it, but he somehow got Odin out of Asgard and Dark World, right? So, at the end of Dark World, we see Loki on the throne. From set pictures that we saw leaked last year, we know that Odin is somewhere on Earth and living as a, hobo, basically. So I think one of the things that Thor and Hulk end up trying to do on their cosmic road trip is find Odin. And in fact, we know that that's why they enlist Doctor Strange from other plot breakdowns and stuff like that. They enlist the help of Doctor Strange to try and find Odin.
All right.
So, and I think that's partially to maybe get a reforged Mjolnir, get a new Mjolnir, but also to use awaken him, use the Odin Force to then re-imprison Hela.
Well, how is Tessa Thompson going to play into all of this? I am so in love with her. She is, oh, come on. Just stop it. She's so great. What's up with the Valkyrie? What's up with her specifically? Matt?
School
is in session, Matt.
Sorry, I was over here reading my comics. So we see in the trailer, I don't know if Jonathan has this pulled, our engineer, but we see the Valkyrie fighting Hela. Oh, great. Yeah, we do. We see the Valkyrie fighting Hela here. I think this is a flashback.
Is she on some sort of animal?
The Valkyrie,
she is an animal.
No,
it's
the
hard
Valkyrie.
To tell if that's an animal or if that's
That is a winged horse. That is a Pegasus. The Valkyrie all ride Pegasi.
Oh,
I'm so into this character right now.
And the Valkyrie are warrior women who, in Norse mythology and in the comics, would usher the honored fallen dead to Valhalla.
Right.
So most people of Norse descendancy heritage, I guess, would end up going to Niflheim because they don't fight. But if you fight on the battle and die honorable death, the Valkyrie come and usher you to Asgard and Valhalla, where you dine with the gods.
Dine with the gods.
So I think probably here the Valkyrie fought against Hela in the past, and she defeated all of them. And I think maybe that one last Valkyrie,
Tessa Thompson,
who in the comics is probably Brunhilde, ends up just piecing out. She's like, nope, I'm out. I'm out. And she disappears to Sakaar, and that's why she's hiding there. Because we know also from plot breakdowns, she's hiding on Sakaar. So when Thor shows up, she's like, oh, no, I'm not from Asgard. No, go fight.
Denying it.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Tessa Thompson?
I love Tessa Thompson. I loved her in Creed. And I love the look of this character. So I'm excited to see the costume. I'm really into costumes. I hate to just put all my cards on the table, but I love any sort of cosplay. So I'm like, ooh, I could definitely do that someday at some convention.
I like that that's where your head goes. It's how can I
think about when I watch trailers.
That's an important thing. It's an important question. Well, somebody who I love and who has cosplayed himself at Comic-Con is Loki. Of course, Tom Hiddleston, who showed up in character, which I still think is one of the great Comic-Con moments. What is going on with this man in this trailer? What's up? What are we thinking?
Anytime I see Loki, I just laugh. I don't know why. I just find his image humorous. Why is that?
Because of the giant horns? The giant ram horns?
It's the ram horns. I think of the zoo. I don't know what it is.
Who's more badass underscored by Led Zeppelin? Is it Thor or is it Loki?
It has to be Thor. Because I just think of Loki as and laugh. Every time I see him, I just think it's hilarious.
Tom Hiddleston is
sorry.
Somewhere Tom Hiddleston is he's posing and angry right now. Really angry.
I feel like Loki's actually pretty badass underscored by Zeppelin. Especially the shot that they showed where he's throwing the knives and he's got that look on his face.
That's awesome.
I'm going to go kick someone's ass with these daggers. I mean, that's...
Why is he sitting on the couch with Goldblum?
I see. Okay, Loki is
Great question.
And is
it's
it
so far
actually-
away.
Yeah. Like, why is he sitting? Well, that's a big couch. Men, like they're man spreading to the side.
That's true.
So,
even God's man spread.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to get to Goldblum in a second, but why is he on the couch with him? Is he, and obviously, like, this is totally a ploy. This is Loki doing the Loki thing where he's like pretending he's with the Grandmaster, but really he's with.
So they're the one side and they're the other. So they're the Hulk side and then they're the Thor side. Is that how
Is
that
that
works?
what that is? Or
I
is
don't
he
know.
rooting against his own brother? But it's all a ploy because he really wants him to win.
Great question.
Loki's. I don't know. Like I Loki's like the biggest remaining kind of question for me in terms of this. Like he's one of the biggest holes for me because like I know like in the comics he always seems to be playing the other side.
Right.
He's always playing against Asgard.
Which is why I think he's probably playing against the Grandmaster.
I totally agree. I think that's what's going on here, but I don't know how far it goes. I don't know to what degree. I don't know how he gets pulled into it.
Is there any possibility that that's Hela cosplaying as Loki?
I mean, it's possible, but I doubt it.
I would love that.
It would be pretty amazing, but I doubt it. I think Hela's probably enjoying her siege on Asgard. I think. So the thing with Loki is that he's always playing for Asgard. Like, you may not know it, he's always playing for Asgard. Even when he's playing against Asgard, it's a ploy to play for Asgard.
Sure.
So I think that's probably what's going on here, but I have no idea how we get to that. And that's one of my favorite, like, one of the things I'm most excited about for this film is how do we get there? Like,
Well, we have to talk about Goldblum because, I mean, it's Goldblum.
it's Goldblum.
Brienne, you have the best reaction to this. Who do you think he is? What was your as if?
When I was first watching this trailer, I thought, is he Tina Turner from Mad Max Thunderdome? Because I just want to know, and I just want him to sing.
Yeah. No, we were saying
But like
it
a
would
jazz
be amazing.
standard,
He
yeah.
could do like a really great jazz redo of "We Don't Need Another Hero," like a really jazzy piano.
And now
If that
I really want
happens-
this trailer to be underscored with Proud Mary. So if anyone could do that for me, that would be great.
All right. Then we get Hulk.
Yeah, we get Hulk.
And when Hulk shows up, it's personally my favorite moment in the trailer because
Yes.
I had the reaction of Hulk, and then Thor has the reaction like, yes, that's my dog. We know each other from work. That
Do the accent.
is so Taika Waititi and also so James Gunn and so Guardians.
And I feel like it's so Hemsworth.
awesome.
I think Hemsworth, like, I think he's got some really good comedy chops on him. Like, I think that,
does.
like, I think he really pulled that off. He's a friend from work. Like, he's so excited that he doesn't have to fight this guy, only to end up then having to fight him.
Then having to fight him and totally doing the moment that you said you're like they're gonna clash and that's gonna be the end of the trailer. You did not however say that we would get the awesome Tron font and like the 80s
Yes, I was
tracers.
thinking of the Tron
I'm
font, too.
so into
awesome.
that. I'm so into that. So with Hulk, what do we think is going on here? First of all, were you excited to see him show up in this trailer?
This was the highlight of the trailer for me. I've never been a big Hulk fan, but I think it's because he normally plays kind of the side characters in all of the Marvel films that we've seen come out since Iron Man.
Sure.
And so I really would like to see him in a more prominent role, you know, with Mark Ruffalo as that character. And so I'm really hoping that we don't just see this little scene with him and then he's gone. I'm hoping that there's more to Hulk.
Yeah.
Are you a Lou Ferrigno fan?
No.
Wow. Jesus. Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, Lou.
You're like never a Hulk.
I don't know. I
girl
love
as
She-Hulk
much.
though. She-Hulk is my lady. I really like that character. I'd love to see her on screen. at some
Interesting.
point.
Well, maybe. We don't know what's going on in this gladiator
Yeah.
arena. There could be a She-Hulk lurking in a cell underneath that whole crazy stadium. Matt, thoughts? I mean, this is a really, really great moment in the trailer.
I think what's fun about this for me is that I think that this planet is a place where like Hulk can just Hulk out. Like he can be like, all right, screw everything. I'm the Hulk now. Like, and Bruce Banner's probably terrified to come out. Like he's on a planet with like the worst of the worst, and
Yeah.
it's like he's not going to revert to this like measly little scientist and
But
be like,
also,
hey guys, don't kill me. Like
when he's in Hulk, he can't really get out of it. Like as much
Yeah,
as he
it's
tries
also
to,
true.
Play a lullaby.
he
of
like
some
gets
sorts.
Scarlett Johansson's
she's
not
not
there to
there.
pull him out of
Yeah.
it. So he's lost in
he's
Hulk
like
land.
he's lost in La La Land.
Yeah.
I think that there's something to be said. I think Hulk probably recognizes him as Thor. I just don't think Hulk cares. Like
Yeah.
Hulk's like, I get to smash puny thunder god. Like I think he's like, yes, this will be fun. Like they've
so
always had like this rivalry going. Like I think for Hulk is like.
He wants to ragdoll him like he did his brother.
Yeah.
Like, God. Like I really think that this is just like when my cats at home play. Like they're not actually trying to kill each other. Hulk's just like, this will be fun. Smash, 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 smash.
Oh, God. I love this trailer so much. And we know that you guys loved it. We asked you on Twitter what some of your favorite moments were. And we're going to go over to Victor Torres now. Victor, what did people have to say?
It's pretty split. Basically,
What?
the internet is
Ew.
in a good way. In a good way.
Oh,
Everybody, like
okay.
the internet's like excited about this trailer, as are we. It's split between their favorite moment being either Hela breaking Mjolnir or Thor being like, "Oh, he's a coworker."
That's a good impression.
That was good.
I was like
You
working
got
on it in
It's
my
the
head
haircut.
before it was mine. I'm like, I'm gonna get this Thor down.
Yeah.
Nolan Dean says it feels authentic in its comedy, and that's all Taika Waititi. And Billy Paulahan says this trailer Ragnaroked.
Nice.
Oh, Billy.
Well done,
yeah.
Billy Paulahan.
I have a quick theory though. Now, okay, so it's rumored that there is an Infinity Stone in this movie, the Soul Stone, correct?
It's the last remaining one.
Is it
yeah.
possible that Jeff Goldblum's soul patch is the Soul Stone?
Jonathan,
Liquefied.
can you? Oh, my
It is
God.
blue, so it's, you know.
So
it's-
wait, how would you get that? How would we get that?
It's not the right color, I don't think, but
The only way to get it is by kissing Goldblum.
Oh.
Brienne's up for the challenge.
Why not?
I like that as a
I'll save the
theory.
world.
For a second, I got so upset. I was like, "Oh my God, you guys are split on whether or not it's good." It is amazing. It is the happiest moment that I've had. Like I watched it in bed, like silently. Like I had to because you know
Same
the
with
cat
me.
and the
Same
husband
with
were
me.
sleeping next to me, so I was like, "I'll just watch the visuals." And I was so excited. And then when I actually got to listen to it with the Led Zeppelin, I was like, "Come on!"
Yeah.
So I was very upset for a moment. But you're not saying that they're split on whether it's great.
everyone loves it.
Oh man.
And if they don't, they should.
Yeah, how dare them?
They probably
Hashtag
aren't telling
Thor.
you.
I think they are.
And keep in mind, nobody sent us checks. We're just that excited. It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
you
so
guys.
good.
The hardest part is going to be waiting.
I think
Hey,
we
when
probably,
is this happening?
November.
This film comes out in November. I think we
But
probably won't get another trailer
we're gonna get
until
another trailer.
Comic-Con or D23.
Yeah,
Like, so-
D23 or Comic Con. We'll get a
which
2.5 minute situation. Until then, we can just watch this on repeat. And we want to know what your favorite moments in the trailers were. Let us know in the comments below. You can tweet us at SJ News. Make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, you can always click here for more Screen Junkies news. And we'll see you again soon.